Today we're reviewing a brand new fan manga called Dragon Ball Kakumei, or Kakumei, which was released fairly recently and has been taking the fandom by storm because of its unique art. Now in this story, what I love about it so much is not only the unique art, but they're giving us fan stories that we desire. Firstly, we're going to get to see the Goku vs. Beerus rematch after the Tournament of Power. Plus, one of the main fan theories after the end of the Tournament of Power was as Android 17 wished to restore all of the universes that were deleted, he would have in turn have restored universes 13 through 18, which we don't believe has happened, but here in this fan manga it does. So we get a slew of new gods of destruction, including God of Destruction Frieza, and we also get the so-called mother of the angels. This is a particularly interesting fan manga which has fantastic art and gives us fans the stories that we desire. Full power Beerus, a war among the gods. This is exciting stuff. So there is 2 chapters in total. The second was just released. This video I will be reviewing the first chapter, and later this weekend I'll review chapter 2. And by the way, links for the creators will be in the description. So the beginning few pages talks about the battle between Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. It shows the fusion of Gogeta versus Broly, and so this arc is supposedly taking place directly after the Broly movie. And so we see that it's a peaceful time once again, and they focus in on Android 17 because his wish to restore all of the erased universes has had some dire repercussions. But we won't get into that really until at the end of the chapter, or chapter 2. The beginning first chapter is mainly just the rematch between Goku versus Beerus, and oh boy, is it a good one. So they start off with some simple mood setting. We see Universe 6 as Caulifla is actually trying to get trained by Champa, and all of a sudden all of the other universes start to feel this shake, like as if it's an earthquake. All of the universes, including Universe 11, and that's because the power of Goku versus Beerus at this stage is so high that when they clash, even the other universes can feel it. And it seems even Topo is able to recognize that this is Goku's ki. Margarita, the angel from Universe 11, even saying that, oh, it's as if they're really close to us, but they're still in Universe 7. It's just that their powers are so crazy right now. So we jump to Universe 7, and you can see the large-scale destruction and wind and everything blowing everything away. If the other universes thought they would feel it, the universe where that battle's taking place is definitely feeling it. And here we have Police Officer Krillin trying to just save some lives, because this battle between Goku and Beerus out in space, mind you, is sending waves of energy throughout the entire universe. Goku is battling in Super Saiyan Blue. He's got his shirt off and he's at full power, and he will eventually go into Ultra Instinct later on in the chapter. But for the majority of this battle, he's actually fighting in blue. By the way, guys, I am not showing every single page of this chapter, so again, if you want to read the chapter in its entirety, which I encourage you to do, links will be in the description for their website and for the artists if you want to support them. Here we also see Beerus. He's not full power yet, but he's got veins and energy and everything popping out. Beerus is just a total madman in this, which I really like. This is something that fans want to see. We want to see Beerus fight again, even if it is a rematch versus Goku, and I'm glad that these fantastic artists are bringing this to us. So as Goku dodges a beam from Beerus, it just blows up a random planet, and they're out here fighting in space through the entirety of this chapter. Now, Saiyans actually cannot breathe in space. They're able to breathe in the atmosphere of a planet, but Frieza specifically stated that Saiyans cannot breathe in space. However, here in this fan manga, unless Goku's doing something we don't know, holding a bubble of oxygen around him with ki or something like that, I don't know how he's surviving in space, but I don't really care because this fan manga is just pure awesome. As Goku and Beerus clash and swing at each other, they are both destroying planets with each blow. And one thing the artists do so well here in this fan manga is great use of contrast. Lots of scaling shots of space and planets, great angles and combat. You'll see that these images really pop, and I think that's one of the reasons that over 10 million people have already read this fan manga. Beerus teleports behind Goku and kicks him in the back of the head, doing critical damage, and then he starts to shoot an array of blasts at Goku, and they actually hit Goku, but somehow he just survives it. So he just like swipes his hand out of the smoke, and you can see the expression on Beerus's face. He's completely surprised that didn't kill Goku, but he looks battered and bloody and bruised, and it definitely did some damage, but Goku showing his resilience here as he darts out of the smoke and flies towards Beerus this time. Goku charging up a huge ki blast and shooting it directly behind Beerus, and it connects. It sends him through a planet or multiple planets. You can take a look at this massive scale destruction of this blast from Goku blasting Beerus directly through this moon or this planet, whatever this is. And these are the kinds of shots that I was talking about earlier. It's really important, especially in space, to do a lot of zoom out shots to show the scale of the destruction, to really get the readers invested. And they nailed it here for sure. Beerus even has some blood coming out of his mouth and his pants are ripped up a little bit. Goku actually did some damage to him there. But then one of my favorite shots from this whole chapter 1 is Beerus grabbing Goku in the face, nailing it with the facial expression from Goku and the speed coming from Beerus. Now Beerus charging up a blast to push directly into Goku's face. One of the things about this fan manga is like Goku and Beerus are just straight up trying to kill each other like this whole chapter, and I actually love it. Like they're not holding back at all, like they're going for the kill. But Goku is able to slip out of Beerus's hands and starts to fly away. Beerus ends up chasing him. Then we warp to a new planet where there's just like this goat grazing on some grass, and instantly Goku and Beerus teleport there for a clash and then teleport away, and the goat is like, what just happened? Like, did I just see something? So I really like this element of speed. It gives the audience a great sense of speed of these characters. They're just like moving at godly rates, teleporting all over the universe, clashing and everything. So well done there. So Beerus is out in space chasing Goku. Goku's flying away, and funny expression out of Beerus's face. He's like, "Come here, son Goku," as he ends up grabbing Goku's leg, and he does this like insanely mighty throw, and he throws Goku so hard that he flies through the universe, through planets. He actually ends up eventually crashing into one. So this planet is called Taco Taco. I wonder if the artist was eating some tacos when he was drawing this and trying to think of a planet name. And I really love this shot, how he kind of flips the panel. You can see the large scale devastation, the large scale impact of Goku slamming into this planet, blood coming out of his mouth. I love this. This is another really great example of the scaling shots to show damage and power of the characters. And now Beerus is just going to charge up a death ball and prepare to erase and destroy this planet with Goku on it. And this is what I was talking about. Beerus in this chapter is just straight up trying to kill Goku. Like, it's no holds barred. I don't know if he's like, yeah, I'll just wish him back with the Dragon Balls, or I don't really care if I kill Goku because Earth's still alive and there's still food there, or what. But Beerus is not holding back, not even remotely. Goku in the dirt of this planet opens his eyes and sees this massive death ball that Beerus is charging up. And you can see for a second here, Goku's eyebrow turns white. I don't think that's Ultra Instinct. I think he's just going back into Super Saiyan Blue. So he pops out of the ground and his hair is black again. And as he starts to transform, I thought he was going Ultra Instinct here, but I believe he's still going blue. He sees a little child, a little Taco-Win, whatever their species is called, and he's yelling for this child to get out of there. And Beerus gives a smile as Goku stares angrily at Beerus. So Goku flies to the moon of the planet so that Beerus will throw his death ball at the moon and not the planet itself. Beerus says, "Get ready, Son Goku," and launches the death ball as Goku slides along the moon's surface and prepares to challenge the energy. But little did Goku know that child was gripping onto Goku's leg when he flew away. So now this death ball, 1,000 times bigger than the moon, is flying in at Goku, and he has to save this little child. He ends up protecting him by giving his back, and it rips open Goku's back, showing his muscles and everything like that. He basically gave up his life almost to protect this innocent child and protect this entire civilization as well. Goku even acknowledging that if I didn't fly to that moon, Beerus would have just straight up killed that entire species. And Beerus says, "Guess I'm just doing my job as a god of destruction." Now this really irritates Goku. He says, "Don't worry, kid, everything's gonna be alright." And now Goku is going to begin his transformations. With a ripped open back, muscle fibers showing, Goku's hair starts to change, energy starts to emanate from him, and he turns into Ultra Instinct Omen. Goku rescues the child. I believe he sends him back to the planet, and then he flies away, getting Beerus to chase after him once again to protect that innocent civilization. And now Goku is going to charge up some crazy attack. I believe this is an Ultra Instinct Dragon Fist, but it zooms out of the space and you see Goku use like this energy that turns into a dragon and eats a variety of planets, it seems like. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but to me it seems like if it's anything, it's some sort of Ultra Instinct Dragon Fist that was consuming planets on its way to Beerus. So he's going to end up launching this thing at Beerus directly. And Whis is there as well. At some point during this fight, I didn't include the page, but Whis said, oh, I should probably go see what's going on there with these two. And it seems like maybe Goku would have defeated Beerus, but then we see this very darkened and muscular paw step onto Goku's shoulder, and the surprise and shock out of Goku's face here is priceless, as we're about to see full power Beerus. Beerus using Ultra Instinct as well as God of Destruction powers simultaneously, something that basically an Ultra Gogeta would have. Beerus saying, I can barely remember the last time I combined those two powers. Be proud, Son Goku. We see an incredibly ripped Beerus with the destruction markings on him that Toppo had. And yeah, he looks absolutely terrifying. I hope that this is something that Beerus we may see one day in the actual anime, because this Beerus just looks like a total monster that would lose to no one. Actually, it's somewhat reminiscent of Yusuke Murata's envisionment of Beerus, which was taller and more buff. But yeah, Goku's standing there in Ultra Instinct Omen. He's getting ready to try and battle Beerus here. It looks like he's going to go for one final attack, one final Kamehameha, maybe just go for a beam struggle to see if he can win that way. And we see my favorite piece of art from the entire chapter of these hands inside of it is Goku creating the Kamehameha, and the art and shading on this picture is just gorgeous. I absolutely love this. It's like two pictures in one almost, some surrealism. It's a beautiful piece of art in its own. So hats off to the artist, whichever one of the three drew this. Whis acknowledges that Goku has come a long way. He's pushed Beerus to use both Ultra Instinct combined with his destructive form at the same time. And Beerus is like warming up his arm. He's excited. He's getting ready for this ultimate attack from Goku. You can see Goku's eyebrows start to turn white here, and as he's about to launch the attack, it appears he goes into mastered Ultra Instinct. But as he does that, he like coughs up some blood, and he's going to end up passing out and falling over. So that's the end of the fight. Goku ran out of stamina by the time he was about to do his final clash with Beerus, and that whole battle was just a teaser. That was just the appetizer for this actual series, which is going to jump over to the Grand Priest's palace as we see that he is assembling all of the angels. So as he's telling the angels, as you may already know, Android 17 from Universe 7 wished to restore the universes that were destroyed in the Tournament of Power, but in doing so, he restored the 7 universes that were in void for eternity. And the one angel saying 7, weren't there 18 universes originally? So there's one more universe, which was actually the 19th universe, and that was called Universe 0. This is something that the Grand Priest had never told the angels about. Presumably, this was the first universe ever created. It was the initial design, and then after that, the Omni King created the real 18 universes, eventually erasing 6 of them. That's when we see the Mother of Angels arrive, and she calls the Grand Priest a coward and that the Grand Priest is hiding something from them. We're going to learn about the Mother of the Angels in the next chapter and all of these new gods of destruction. There's a lot of story, and I really like this because this is an element of the story that fans want to explore. We want to know more about the gods. Who is this mysterious woman? Why is she showing up just now? What is the Grand Priest hiding, and how powerful is she? I really like her design. I mean, she really looks like way more godly than the Omni King does. And we're going to get all the information in chapter 2, which is already out, and I'll be editing and going over that review this weekend. Make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications enabled if you want to read the chapter for yourself, which I encourage you to. Again, all the links are in the description because I left a bunch of pages out. I think this is a fantastic fan manga. I mean, one of the best I've seen in the last few years. I like that the art style has character of its own, and I love how they're exploring the stories which fans really want to see. I mean, you gave us Granola, which is just some random alien who wished to be the strongest, when you have all of these gods and all of this story to explore, all these very powerful characters that we want to know about, but we haven't got that yet in the official manga. So that's why sometimes the fan mangas just do it better. I'm Mastar, and I'll see you on the next one.